Hi, this is Mart from Mart's TV Reviews. Today I'm going to talk about the political satire mockumentary sitcom series that is Parks and Recreation. The main character is Leslie Knope, who's played by Amy Poehler, kind of a mid-level bureaucrat in the Department of Pawnee, kind of a fictional town in Indiana. You have Rashida Jones, who was in The Social Network as Ann Perkins, with Chris Pratt as her partner, Andy Dwyer, Paul Schneider as Mark Brandovanovich, Aziz Ansari as Tom Haverford, who's a very funny character, Nick Offerman as Ron Swanson, Aubrey Plaza as April Ludgate, another funny kind of quirky character. And I'm just through the first two seasons of it, so I know there's about 7 seasons, but it's a really funny show. It's kind of just silly little kind of situations. Anne is a nurse, and her partner Andy Dwyer falls in some kind of hole that's left there just out in the open, and they need to get it filled in, and they're talking about having a public park there and getting it all set up with gardens and trees and everything like as such. But beyond that, we're talking about just kind of the minutiae of everyday life, working in a kind of little civil service office, things they say and don't say, and what's proper and improper in terms of gifts and whatnot. But the characters, it's really sort of a plot-driven show. It's more of a character-driven show. And I did a show to show all sorts of activities they carry on with the music is very quirky, the kind of little soundtrack in. They're only very short shows. Each episode of Parks and Recreation is just about 20 minutes. And it's just very well written. It's just a show. The first series got a kind of good ratings, but the rest of them got great ratings. There was a kind of a special that came back, a 2020 special episode. But I'd heard about it for years, but I'd never seen it. I'd never seen the episodes. I'd never seen the episodes being before, but it's kind of a quirky, kind of reality-based type of series, like The Office. That kind of feel for it, the kind of the zoom cuts of the camera. The cuts of the camera away to a person, or just a kind of a very sharp close-up of a person. And then just kind of stuck in animation, with an expression. And you got a funny character in there, Tom Haverford, who's along with Amy Poehler's character. He's just hilarious, Just body language, just facial expressions are very funny. Leslie Knope. But I think it started on NBC in 2009. And they kind of finished in 2015. There's some cameos in the show as well. They did a show at the start, as I say, there's an abandoned condo development, and Andy Dwyer falls in the pit, and they're trying to, in the first series, it goes into the second series anyway, trying to get the pit filled, and Amy Poehler goes to her previous partner, city planner, to try and get it up and running again, And she has her assistants helping her, Tom Haverford and April Ludgate. And they get the pit filled in anyway in the second season. You know what I mean? But there's a big controversy because Andy is kind of living down there next to Anne's kind of house, and they load a load of whatever sand and gravel on top of him. You know what I mean? And they're talking about suing the council then. But I'm just through the first 2 seasons. I know one of the actors, he's gone on to star in Succession, the series TV show called Succession. I recommend watching Parks and Recreation. All the series are up on Netflix now, so you should just enjoy this series from the very start and just take your time with it. It's one of those kind of shows you have to watch by yourself and just to kind of embrace it and just take in the visual treats. So that's the end of Mart's TV review for this week. And you can log on to the Lear Media channel on YouTube and subscribe to this video when you've watched it. I'll talk to you next time.